Hi guys, this is Mickey Lee coming at you again with some wisdom. Well, wisdom about me trying to understand life a little bit more. I want to talk a little bit about boundaries and why being nice isn't always the best choice. I took a trip to the Philippines because my wife's Filipino, and while I was there, we had some kids come up and had their hands out for some change. And I don't mind giving kids some change. There was like 3 or 4 of them, 3 I think. But anyway, I decided, okay, I'm going to give some. My wife said, no, don't give them any. They don't need it. And I said, yeah, they do. So I reached in my pocket and jumped in there and gave them what I had in my pocket for some change. I split it up. And then all of a sudden, kids came out of the woodwork. I mean, everywhere. They come out like 20 of them. I'm serious. 20 kids at least came out of the woodwork. I think they must have been hiding or something, just trying to figure out what I was going to do. And, I was just going to give them a little bit of money. And then all of a sudden I have so many other kids and I don't know what to do because I didn't have extra money. I had to, say, no, I don't, I can't, whatever I said. But I felt bad that I couldn't give them all some money. But I felt good that I did give some. But always the best choice, sometimes taking the time to think about it, is probably better idea. Now, if I wouldn't have given it to them, sure, the kids might have not had something, but for them all other kids to come out and take advantage of it wasn't the best thing. Now, I was just being nice, and it turned into a kind of a chaotic situation. And then there's always the chance that I found out that if you give money to some kids, and me being a male, the kids could have gone and said something about I did something wrong to their dad, and then their dad would have come over and the police would have gotten involved. And even if I didn't do anything wrong, they could have done it because I was an American and a foreigner, and they'd take advantage of me. But these things are things we have to think about before we accept the responsibility of being nice to people. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's crazy how the darndest things happen when you don't expect it. But just learn, and that's all I'm here to help teach, is to see things that went my way. But have a good day. Be safe.